What's good, YouTube? It's Adreana here, back on Official Fam. And today is my first story time by myself, and I'm going to be telling you about my first fight that I ever had. But before we start the video, we changed the name because it didn't fit what we was doing on YouTube. So I was living in Houston, Texas, and these apartments, I just turned 10, and you know I have my little friends that I hanged out with after school. We hang out with every day, well, not every day, but most of the days we hanged out after school. And this one girl I didn't really like, because I didn't really like her vibes or whatever. She was just like, she gave me that vibe like, I'm too old for that. I don't want to go play in those swings. I'm too old for that. So I didn't even like her anyways. So one day we was doing our little cheerleading stuff because we just want to be little cheerleaders, supposedly. So we was trying to be little cheaters. We was in a parking area, like where people was park, and nobody was parking right there. So we was doing it right there, and it was all of us doing our cheer stuff and whatever. And she had decided that she wanted to put her LG down on the floor. Like nobody, like why would you put your phone down on the floor? And anyway, she put her phone right smack down in the middle of the floor, on the parking structure. Yeah. So we had went to the little playground. We started playing, and then we ended up coming back, and she said she forgot her phone. So we decided that we wanted to finish our little cheer stuff there. So I went ahead and I went to go bust the move. So I did a cartwheel, and I stepped on her phone. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. She never put your phone right there. That's your bad. So she grabbed her phone. She looked at her phone. She's like, oh, my gosh, it's cracked. I was like, and then she started swiping it and whatever. And I guess it wasn't working. So she had left. Like, she started running, and she left. And I guess she went to her little house, and she told her dad or whatever. And she came back out, and was like, she was like crying, and she was all mad and whatever. And then my friends were like, she getting on my nerves. She crying for no reason. She never put her phone on the floor. Blah 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 blah. So I was like, I don't care. It's her bad, so I'm not paying for it. And then anyways, she came back and she got mad, right? And she started arguing. We started arguing back and forth. She's like, you should never stepped on my phone. You're dumb. You're gonna have to pay for that. And I was like, little girl, I don't know who you think you talk to. I'm not about to pay for that phone. You should never put it on the floor. And she got mad, so she pushed me. And I was like, what do you think you're doing? So she pushed me, and I pushed her back. And for a second, we were just having a little tug of war for like a quick second. And then I got tired of playing tug of war. And mind you, my brother and my sister was there, and a whole bunch of people was there because it was kids. It was the weekend. So we was playing, we was pushing each other, and I got tired of her pushing me, so I punched her, and I pushed her down like hard, and she fell on the floor. And my sister and my brother was like, get her, Adreana, get her. And then I was like, okay, she want to play, so we about to fight. Anyway, she got up, and I guess she tried to like hit me. Like, I had braids in, so she tried to like grab my hair and pull it down. So I was like, no, that's not about to happen today. Not today. So I grabbed her by the head like this. I grabbed her and I like pulled her down, and then I kind of like kneed her and then I pulled her down, and then like she was laying on the grass, and everybody was around, was like, oh, smack, oh, dang. And then she was laying on the ground, and then I got on top of her, and I just started punching her like in her face, and she was like that, like trying to block her face. And it went by so fast, so I just started punching her in her face. And my parents, they was in the house at the time. Well, my mom wasn't there, but my dad was in the house anyways. So we was punching, we was fighting for like 2 minutes or whatever. And then my other friend, she came and she broke it up, and I was like, why'd you stop? She's like, oh, because I didn't want you to break your glasses. I was like, okay. And anyways, so she broke it up, and I had walked home, and I was about to cry. I don't know why I was about to cry, because that was like my first fight ever. And I walked home, and my dad was like, what happened? I was like, I got in a fight with this girl because she was doing this, blah, blah. And I told him. He was like, oh. And then we had walked out. He was like, okay, I need to go talk to her dad. And then we had walked out, and like the other dad and the daughter, they was like, walking like towards our house, and we ended up meeting like in the middle. And like, mind you, all the kids was behind me and wasn't no kids behind her. Like, everybody was on my side because I'm so famous. I'm just kidding, I'm not famous, but anyways, so we started explaining to each other, and then the other dad, he was like, your daughter a liar. She gonna have to pay for my daughter's phone, stepped on her phone. And then my dad was like, well, your daughter should never put the phone on the floor, so she ain't paying for nothing. I ain't paying for nothing. And she like, how is she lying? And all these kids is over here, and they supporting her, and ain't nobody over here supporting your daughter's side. Like, how did I get 11 kids to support her and none to support her? Like, that don't make no sense. And then the two dads, they was about to get in the fight, but I guess they wasn't having it, so they just ended up walking back in the house. And ever since, me and her, we haven't talked to each other ever since. Like, I tried to be her friend. I tried to be like, oh, no, I'm sorry for that. And then she just got mad and whatever, so I was like, okay, freak her then. I'm not gonna be her friend no more. She ain't got no friends anyways. So I was like, oh, okay. So we never talked to each other after that, and then, yeah, that was it. So, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more story times, comment down below. Bye.